Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another live stream. It's actually going to be another great one tonight. Actually, going to be having like two guests on here tonight. Just wait for them to come in. Hope everyone is doing fine right now. Yeah, maybe I should turn it this way, but I can still see. Hey, what's up, Brandon Paul? Yeah, I'm just waiting for the other two invites right now to come in on the stream. Yeah, I'm sorry about that for the last one. Yeah, we were just trying to get everything, straight down and stuff like that. Yep. So we had definitely on. Definitely it's gonna be on. I am gonna do some talking for real, but I'm mainly gonna be having, the guests be do some more the talking as well by me featuring them tonight. And they definitely been doing some really great work and stuff like that. And I'm really pumped up, really excited to have them on here tonight. Just wait for them to come on the stream. Like I said, I definitely want to say, just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. I definitely want to say, peace, love, and light to everybody that's out here right now that's on the stream. Hey, Susan Hester, can y'all hear me clear? Can y'all hear me clearly? Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Just want to make sure, and I'm just glad we on a different platform right now. While things are looking a lot better. Yeah, yeah, I'm just waiting for the other two guests. Hey Alicia. All right, okay, cool. What's up, Rushy Holmes? Hey Alicia Lee. Hey Young Black King. All right, okay, cool, wonderful. I'm glad we on the stream. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. And like I said, yeah, man, like I said, just wait for the other two guests right now. I sent them the link, so they can come up on here, sent them the invite. Y'all got your food? Got yours too? All right, okay. Man, but like I said, definitely excited to be doing the stream tonight. Definitely cannot wait, man, to be like, we crack this thing open. It's going to be a lot of great stuff, a lot of great information. And as I said, I'm really pumped up for what's been coming down the pipe and what's been going on. I've been checking out the website, blissfulvisions.com, reading up on a lot of information. It's a lot of great things, that is coming about right now. And not just want people, man, to just really know and understand that, we pretty much we almost at the finish line. We almost at the finish line, and that's the reason why I keep on, pumping this thing out here because it's crazy as it is, man. It's sad because a lot of our people they really don't even they really haven't even heard of this thing of Gesara, or the Nesara, however you pronounce it, Nesara, Gesara. Which is crazy. It's crazy because a lot of our people they really don't know anything about this. And the reason why I'm calling it ancient future because a lot of the stuff that we going to be going into, this a lot of this stuff was ancient. And hopefully, what I'm saying, as the stream go along, and as my two partners come in tonight, man, it's definitely going to be a lot of great information because I really want, we really want people to grab this information because it's really relevant and it's valid, it's relevant, and people really need to hear this stuff. A lot of if you look out, it's not as bragging or boasting, but if you look at a lot of black YouTube channels, man, they still stuck on other stuff. They not even really bringing any, any kind of solution. And but if you look at Nesara right there is literally showing, the solution. That thing is really giving out solutions. We want to talk about reparations. You feel me? I'm talking about That's real reparations right there. you know, I guess it's not a coincidence we've been talking about it, but you know, what I mean, and see, that's the great thing about now Nesara because hey, what's going on over? People say, what's going on? There he is. Good, he's on here. Great. I knew you'll make it, brother. I knew you'll make it. Yeah, there he is. That's our one of our guests right there tonight. Yeah, good to see you, brother. Can you hear me loud and clear? All right, I see B4T coming on. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go upstairs real quick, drop this off. Let's move out the way, cat. All right, okay, cool. Just wait for the other brother. Yup, and it's gonna be a lot of great info tonight. A lot of great info tonight. All right, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna put my phone on charge. Tonight, to go into the stream. All right, there we go. To go into the stream and to have, some really great information coming out tonight because I feel as though this information really needs to come to y'all because a lot of people, been talking about nationality. I mean, we've been talking about nationality, talk about the Nesara Gesara, the Nesara Gesara Act and stuff like that. And a lot of people will really start to see that it's actually dealing with nationality and stuff like that. And I definitely have a guest on here tonight as well as before today. We have a great brother who is doing some really great work, in our community. He's, plugging us on to a lot of great information, to a lot of great things, and how pretty much confirm, the Nesara Gesara is pretty much accurate. How, we need to proclaim our nationality at this proper time because us walking around here with all of these different labels, Negro, Black, and colored, and African American, and information like that. And now they're coming with the census, and many people trying to find out, what to do about it. So now we feel as though there is a great time, for us, to like have someone on here, with great insight about information, to break down the reason why we need a nationality as well. So I definitely will say, without further ado, I definitely like to bring on the great brother right here, great brother right here, whenever he's ready, brother Noble Isaiah L. Can y'all hear him? Try now. Can y'all hear the brother? Y'all don't hear? Can y'all hear Isaiah? Can y'all hear Isaiah? Can y'all hear the brother? Y'all can't hear him? Say something, brother Isaiah. What's going on with why does it keep showing this? Can y'all hear him? It's blocked. Can y'all hear him now? Oh, okay. All right. Try to speak again, brother Noble Isaiah, because I'm trying to get this. They said he's blocked. Oh, come on, please. All right, try to speak now, brother Isaiah. I hope he's not blocked. All right. Try to speak now, brother Isaiah. Yeah, try to speak now. Can y'all hear him? Oh man. I think he's gonna I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna go back out and he's gonna come back into the studio. All right, we do have Nif in the building, B4Tay, but the brother Isaiah is gonna come back into the platform. We do apologize for that. We do apologize for the technical difficulty. All right, here we go. There we go. Can y'all hear us now?
No doubt. We here, man. We in the
Yeah,
building. I knew you was gonna
yeah,
get it, me and my just talking about it. We like he gonna
yeah,
get it.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Now y'all can hear us. There y'all go. What's up, family? Yeah, they say great. Yeah, I was gonna get it together. Just had to work out the kinks, but I appreciate it. But like I said, family, like I said, we're gonna have a great stream tonight. We got some great guests on here. Like I said, of course we got B14 on here. We have the brother Nump on here, and we also have brother Noble Isaiah L. And ever since we've been talking about the Nesara Gesara, many people have been wanting to to proclaim their nationality. We have somebody on here that can really bring some great information about this stuff and how it all connects to Nesara Gesara. And like I said, we could definitely going to bring some information because I definitely want to thank the Almighty Divine and the ancestors for me coming across, this kind of information, before Tay telling me to go into like the journey about the star children. And ever since I came across their website, Blissful Visions and the Sorrow, I've seen many people, they are taking this thing seriously now. They are really seeing how this thing how it all ties in together. And I just really want people to just have the ears open and just listen to the great information, and like I said, I mean, to those of y'all that really want to like take this information, I definitely will say have your pads and pens ready because we're going to be going into a lot of great information. So, like I said, without further ado, I'm actually gonna start off, with the brother, Noble Isaiah L. He can give you about his background and pretty much what he do, and then we're gonna go from right then and there to like. So without further ado, I definitely want to give my guests a shout out, and that is brother Nuff right there, my brother in arms in the corner, and brother Noble Isaiah L. And without further ado, you can start it off, brother Noble Isaiah L.
Peace and love, everyone. I'm Nova Isaiah L. Um, as you can see, I'm just trying to share information and build with you all. I came across the information about nationality um, in 2012, and I'm only 27 years old. I was in college at the time, and I was actually studying Harding University to become a preacher and everything like that. And I learned about etymology, right, and how to really comprehend and understand words and break them down. And so I was getting a different type of um, education than other people. And so I came into nationality, and I actually confronted the clergy, the priesthood that I was a part of, and I was asking them, and they all knew about nationality, and all of the preachers had nationality cards behind closed doors, but they were still preaching about God and Jesus and everything. And I would always read about nationhood in different scriptures and things like that. And then I actually started to do my own study, and my mother, she actually got into an issue where um, these people were trying to repossess her car, and they repossessed it. Then they came after her and tried to sue her, and I actually came to her defense because I was studying law. This is my first time ever studying civics and law, and I got a chance to see how law, history, and religion go hand in hand. And I actually won the case for my mother. That was my first ever victory, and ever since then, that was in 2000. The end of 2016 and 2017, beginning of 2017. We won that case, and ever since then, I've been studying law, history, religion, astrology, cosmology, and just helping our people to relearn and learn different principles and different philosophies, and actually helping them to get civil remedy. Okay, teaching them law, and that's pretty much where I'm at now, helping people to nationalize. And with that, I will turn the floor over to Brother Noon if he's available and ready.
I'm here, brother. I just took my phone off mute, but I'm here. Mad respect to my brother Isaiah L. Um, through the short time that we spoke with each other, I've learned so much from him. Even though he's younger than me, he's an old soul, and he has a wealth of information for people that's transitioning from being niggas and coming to their godhood. And I say that loosely because a lot of people they talk this talk of being conscious and being spiritual, but they don't want to take that next step into evolution as a sovereign nationality. Because you have to look at it this way, and this is how I had to look at it, and this is what made my mind up, is that we can have all the money and all the reparations and all the spirituality and consciousness we want. But if we don't have a nationality, if we don't have a flag, if we don't have a banner that we can all stand under, then what are we? You know what I'm saying? It was one email that I got from the brother when it talked about the status of being black. I forget the actual terminology, but it actually renders us dead under the law of the land. We have no rights. You know what I'm saying? But let me let that go and let me introduce myself. I just wanted to big up my brother, Isaiah L. My name is New Shevik. New Shevik is a channeled name from spiritual practices. I've been practicing spirituality from the age of 7. My grandmother taught me spirituality, and my great granddad was a 33-degree Freemason in the Blue Lodge, and he also taught me some of the secrets of Freemasonry. I was also in the Nation of Islam, Pan Africanism, um, uh, the 5% Nation of Islam. I studied some of that, and I studied a lot of things. Also, the Moorish American science. But by me being a Muslim, under the Messenger Elijah Muhammad Nation of Islam, I was kind of like um, apprehensive when it came to anything outside that teaching. I was kind of like religious, you know what I'm saying? But as I grew older and I started studying all of the information that was kept from us, it all lined up to what both of these brothers was talking about. And I dug deeper. And then I started falling into conspiracy theories and what the government of America was doing, and their secret programs and their dual constitution and their dual program, and how the United States of America is a corporation, and it's not a country for the people, and it wasn't established on them factors. So how I like to look at it now at this point towards my evolution as who I am as a man, not a person, but as a man, as an entity, as myself, is that it's time for me to break away from that system and come into something that's my own. And my own is timeless. And this is what I really want our people to understand that's on this chat and this panel. Our ancestry is timeless. You can't put a birth date on us. It goes, it's infinite. It goes into cosmic and galactic, into the galactic. We just happen to be here, and this is our planet. But how can we claim it when we don't have a nationality and we don't know ourselves? And this is why I applaud the brother right here, Isaiah L, the way he's trying to go about bringing the information so that we can come into our sovereign nationality and actually be able to claim some stake on this planet. A lot of people want to debate and talk about flat earth and round earth. That's cool, but it could be flat earth or round. But if you don't have no play, if you can't stake no claim on a flat earth or plain earth or round earth or none of that shit, then why are you talking about it? The main conversation should be right now today is nationality, sovereign nationality, being in our own nation, under our own flag, being within ourselves, and I let it go. I give the mic up. I yield the floor.
Oh man, wonderful, brothers. Wonderful. Great introduction. Great introduction. Great introduction. And I'm so glad that we have quite a few people that's on the stream and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I'm really excited, man, to like have this kind of information,
I'm
man.
excited too, B.
And
B.
the
Miles.
reason
I'm
why we talk,
excited too, man, because me and my wife, we always talk. We've been talking about this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about this. We've been talking
mm,
about, the conscious community, and how the conscious community, okay, we saying these things about being conscious, but we being conscious of what? What are we being conscious of? Are we being conscious of being a better consumer? Are we being conscious of being a better slave or being a better nigga or doing nigga shit? Or are we going to become conscious of raising our own state where we
Mhm.
can
really,
be within ourselves and be able
Without
to dictate our own paradigm and our own lifestyle without being a part of what we would call this paradigm? Because you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna yield the floor on that.
yeah,
Right.
brother, it's all good, man,
I'm
because
in here. I'm going with you. I'm on here with you. Okay, hold on.
okay, hold on. All right, okay. I'm sorry about that. Just had to like mute some of the phones. But fam, the reason why we definitely want to talk about, Nesara Gesara, ancient future, because there's actually some information. There's actually some information that I actually came across actually dealing with Nesara and stuff like that. And this is actually dealing with um it's called holographic medical pod beds. And matter of fact, yep, it's going to be holographic medical pod beds, and it's actually going to be talking about replicators. Because, like, I don't know if anybody has been paying attention when I read about Nesara, they actually were talking about how they're going to release 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies. And I have a question, right? How many of y'all, how many of y'all have read the Nesara and looked it up? I want to see in the stream right about now, while we have this great panel on here, we want to see who's really been serious, who really has been reading the Nesara, who has been reading the Nesara and doing the research. I'm looking at the chat right now. QMac, hey Rugab, because
I'm
this
looking
is
at it
what
as
actually,
well. I'm looking at it
oh
too.
yeah. Well, y'all definitely know enough to looking at it. All right, okay, cool. All right, because actually what I want to do is let me know if y'all can still hear me. Now, if I actually go off the screen, let me know if y'all can still hear me and see me. Because I actually want to be reading something. And let me know if y'all ready. Can y'all still hear me? All right, okay, check it out though, right? The reason why I'm actually going to talk about it because it's so important. And matter of fact, for all the audience, right, that's actually never really heard of Nasara, right? I'm actually going to read the things that Nasara is actually going to implement. And here's a short description of Gesara's mandate in the United States. It's going to abolishes the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, with employees of the IRS will be transferred to the U.S. Treasury National Sales Tax Area. Abolishes federal income taxes in the United States and creates a 17th flat rate, non-essential new items only sales tax revenue for the government. In other words, food and medicine will not be taxed, no items such as old homes. Cancels all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and other government activities. Many refer this as a jubilee or complete forgiveness of debt. It restores constitutional law to all courts and legal matters in the Republic of the United States of America, retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law, initiates new U.S. Treasury banking system in alignment with constitutional law, eliminates the Federal Reserve System. During the transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to operate side by side of the U.S. Treasury for 1 year in order to remove all Federal Reserve notes from the money supply. It creates a new U.S. Treasury rainbow currency backed by gold, silver, platinum, and precious metals. Ended the bankruptcy of the United States initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933. Restores financial privacy. It establishes new presidential and congressional elections within 120 days of Gesara's announcement, allows the new Republic of the United States to temporarily govern the country's affairs until fair and legal elections can be held. Remove all dark cabal agents and administration officials and all members of the United States Congress from their positions due to their continuous unconstitutional actions. Allows the new republic to physically remove or eliminate any obstacle impeding Gesara law. Forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the United States Department of Transportation. Give me 1 second. I just want to see if y'all can still see me. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still see me, hear me on here? I just want to know. I'm going to finish reading. I just want to All right, okay, cool, wonderful. All right, I'm about to finish reading, okay? Yep, and check this out. And check this out. Here's another thing. Releases unprecedented prosperity funds in a shared the wealth redistribution program for every individual on Earth, as well as the release of enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes across the planet. This means that every human being could become a multimillionaire instantly without debt of any kind. This is in alignment with the global currency reset and reevaluation right, enabled the release of over 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy devices, anti-gravity, and sonic killing machines. Seizes all aggressive U.S. government military actions worldwide. Forces the United States military to immediately remove troops from all sovereign nations that no longer willingly accept them to reside on their soil, including Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Philippines, and etc. Eliminates all current and future nuclear powered weaponry on planet Earth. ET disclosure of both humanoid and non-humanoid extraterrestrial life in existence on the surface of Earth and throughout our galaxy. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna say it again. ET disclosure of both humanoid and non-humanoid extraterrestrial life in existence on the surface of Earth and throughout the galaxy. International monitors will be present to prevent illegal voter ballot stuffing or fraudulent election activities of special interest groups. Eliminates all states of emergency, thus declaring peace for every land abiding Gesara and its alliance. Establishes peace throughout the world and monitor the United and as monitored by the United Nations Security Council. Increases benefits to senior citizens and children, and last but not least, reinstates the original title of nobility amendment. And this right here, under United States President Bill Clinton, signed Nesara into law on October the 10th, 2000. And they said the act was passed by the United States Congress on March the 9th, 2000, and then sent to Bill Clinton for his signature. President Clinton signed Nesara into law on October the 10th, 2000. And this act was supposed to be announced on September the 11th, 2001 at 10 o'clock a.m. That's, and now you can really see and understand why 9/11 happened.
Right. Hey, now I just wanted to put this out there to you, brother. into the chat. Is there any buffering? He able to get the information out here now, right?
Yeah, can y'all see the information clearly?
I can hear it clearly. There's no buffering. You know,
Right. Thank you,
that was
Letitia.
my, yeah, that's what's up.
Quentinville
Not,
said, "Wow,
yeah.
yeah,
And another,
y'all." I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. Enough. Go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry.
and another thing, what we have to understand about the Sour Gesara, and I just had to learn this, is that, I just learned this. You know what I'm saying? Is that to an ordinary, if you don't have a nationality, if you're not under a flag or a banner, you'll get a stimulus check. You'll get something, but it won't be far as nation building, it won't be as implemented as it would if you was within a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why me and my family is going to do what we have to do to become sovereign nation. Because if we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. So what we need to stand upon is upon our ancestral lineage. You know what I'm saying? And that's control of the whole planet. But that's another talk for something else. It's deep, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't mean to get off topic, man, but it's deep. And I would like for Brother Isaiah L to speak more on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes way deeper than what we think it is about. It's just like he said. It's about 209 nations,
That's right.
sovereign nations.
That's right.
Okay, so what that got to do with the average, everyday, average Joe out here that's claiming a nationality that's not theirs, or calling themselves black or African American, and that has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so we have to start to understand where do we stand in the grand scheme of the geopolitical scale of this planet. And once we start to understand that, we'll know that it's we are on top of this shit. The only thing we got to do is stand on our shit and know who we are and walk the walk instead of out here beating our lips, talking about a alkaline diet and being conscious and burning sage and shit. It's deeper than that. That's cultural. We're talking about geopolitical. So this is a time now while we talking about Nesara, Gesara, we're talking about a geopolitical stance on claim. We're claiming our birthright and claiming our own. And I yield the floor.
I'm ready when you are, man. I got so much information right here that I don't even know where to begin. But
Oh,
um yeah, so when you talk about nationality, a lot of our people and a lot of our generations have been not made aware of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This was formed on 1948. I'm gonna hold this up to the screen, right? 1948, and you can actually go to the UN website and you can get a copy of this, and you can get the PDF version, or you can go to the Library of Congress and get the raised seal version. Um, so on December 10th, 1948, the General Assembly of the United Nations adopted and proclaimed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Okay, and this is the um, Declaration of Human Rights. Now, I'm going to just jump right into it. I'm not going to waste time. Article 15, Section 1 says everyone has the right to a nationality. Section 2, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality nor deny the right to change his nationality. So you have a right to proclaim and declare your nationality. Okay. Now, when you say that you're black, white, brown, red, yellow, green, blue, purple, all of the colors underneath of the color spectrum, you are actually speaking of color of law. And if you get a law dictionary, I'm going to show you how one looks. Okay. This is a Black's Law, Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary. Okay. This is the fifth edition, right? Deluxe edition. Okay. The fourth and fifth are the best. But if you get a Black's Law Dictionary, okay, and you look up what color means, right? They call us the people of color in law, right? When you look up color in law, it has a whole different meaning than in everyday linguistics. Color means an appearance, semblance, or simulacrum, as distinguished from that which is real, a prima facie or apparent right, hence a deceptive appearance, a plausible, assumed exterior concealing a lack of reality or a disguise or pretext. So when you say you're the people of color, you're saying in law that you're a fake people. You don't exist, right? Because there's no land called people of color. There's no flag called black, or black people's flag. Um, and there's no language called the black language, any of those things, because you're dealing with nationality, you're dealing with nations. So everyone comes from a nation. Okay, and what does nation have? Nations have six things in common. They have land, a flag, they have a common language, they have a common customs and tradition, they have a common law, right, which it could be that constitution or treaty, and they have a common religion. So these six things these nations share in common. So if I was from Japan, I would be Japanese. If I was from China, I would be Chinese. If I was from Al Andalusia, I would be Andalusian, right? And Andalusia is what they call Spain, but that's what the Europeans put on it. It's not actually called Spain. Um, you identify your nationality by your national descent of your ancient foremothers and forefathers. Our people have been branded in 1779 through 1865 as Negro, Black, and Colored, and we are none of those things, right? Each year they upgrade or change the status every so often, like every 10 or 20 years, through the Census Bureau, right? But we're actually not those things in law. We actually are the Aboriginal, autochthonous, indigenous people of the land. And I'm going to read this real quick. I want to hog it up, but I'm just going to read this real quick. Um, and this is going back to some of the things that our people should know, okay, about nationality. Okay, let me just grab it real quick. Okay. Now, here are some laws that everyone should know, but they don't. Okay, number one, the IRS is not a U.S. government agency. Okay, it is an agency of the IMF, meaning the International Monetary Fund. Okay, that's number one, and that's very important to know because a lot of our people suffer from getting taxes taken out of their checks, um, or property taxes, or sales taxes. Okay, in order to destroy a nation, you have to tax them to death. Okay, and a lot of people don't know that nationality, and if they knew that they were already here, on this,
Fire. This stream gonna be fire.
right? If our people knew that they was
My
already
bad, my
here,
bad.
you good. If our people knew that they was already here, right? This will actually give them judicial standi, because in law it's called personam jurisdiction, meaning being in your proper person. So if you're in your proper person, right, that gives you the proper legal status. Black in law means civil little more too, dead in the eyes of the law. So when they kill our brother like Trayvon Martin, or Eric Garner, or any of our brothers, and you heard of the ones recently, If they kill them in law and they're under the status of black, they already come under the civil little more two status, dead in the eyes of the law. This is why a lot of the Europeans get off when they kill our people. Now, how do we stop this? We stop this by declaring our nationality. We stop this by being an our proper person. And our people, they're out here marching and praying for remedy and for justice. But your ancestors left you a treaty of peace and friendship, and they left you a constitution to enforce. Now, I know in the John D. Rockefeller school systems, they taught our people that the Europeans are the founders of this country and that they have created the Constitution and wrote the laws of the land. That's actually not true. It's far from the truth. In fact, this isn't a country. This is a continent. America is a continent dealing with North, Central, and South America and the adjoining islands. And just like in Africa, there's 54 countries in Africa on that continent. There's over 54 countries here. Okay, the state ofs would be considered countries, and each of those countries would be ran by a national leader, right? So a lot of our people have been misguided and miseducated. And so, how you would get remedy is by proclaiming your nationality, right? Declaring your nationality, and then coming under one national standard, and then you enforce the treaty and constitution that you left. Now, think of it like this: if we were at your mother's house and your mother left some rules and guidelines for how you are um, to act when she's gone, or even when she's there, and you invite people over to her house and they start getting out of line, you go to the rule book, right? You go to the Constitution, you go to the treaty. Now, what they have made our people think that the treaty and constitutions are made by these Europeans, but your ancestors actually left that for you as a trust to your land, okay? And in law, a lot of us nationals are claiming our land back, our estate, because our ancestors left us in a state, and it's not under black. And that's something they don't want you to know. And later on, I want to get in, if possible, into the William Dungy case, if I find it. William Dungy case is when Abraham Lincoln was running for president, and he defended a national, not a black person. He was being misclassified as a black person, but he wasn't black. He was a national, and he actually won the case. And we're going to get into that later, along with some other laws. But I yield the floor right now for somebody else if they want to talk.
You got it, brother. Unless B4K want to step in, I mean, you bring a real powerful information.
Okay, all right. So okay, so what I'm gonna do is I wanna debunk in your minds. If you can just go on a journey with me, I wanna debunk how the U.S. is not a country; it's a corporation, it's a business. Okay, I want to start with this. Okay, this is the civil orders. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. This is the civil orders, and I'm going to read this. This is the civil orders from June 10th, 2014. Okay. This civil orders, this was issued to all members of the domestic police forces, U.S. Marshal Service, the Provost Marshal, members of the Bar Association, and the American Armed Services, right? This was issued to all governing agencies on the land called Morocco. Okay. Now, notice in law, they call this land Morocco, not America. This is called Morocco. And we're going to prove that later. Now, this civil order was issued to everybody in power, everybody who is supposed to be of public trust, who are public servants. It says at the federal level, the American government has always been a separate foreign international maritime jurisdiction, operating under contract to provide just two services: one, to protect the assets of the national trust, and two, to perform the governmental services for the several states. which in terms of international law are each and all recognized as sovereign nations. Okay, so you gotta comprehend what they're saying here. The United States Service Corporation only exists to protect the assets of the national trust and to perform governmental services for the several states, right? So the beginning of the union was the 13 colonies or the 13 companies that was formed, and then they branched out to 50, right? So they only had two purposes that they served. Okay, now how did this happen? How were they able to get in a position to serve as trustees? Well, George Washington, you got to go back in history. That's why history, law, and religion goes together. George Washington in 1789, right? He was not the first president, he was the 11th president. The very first president of our continent and our country was named John Hanson, and he was a Moor. And you can research this and go to the Library of Congress. He was the first president, and George Washington was not. The Sultan of Morocco was actually the leader of our government, and he actually was making the European colonizers, okay, they were acting as trustees, minister plenipotentiary, that's their title, not president. They were trustees in law to protect the assets of the national assets for our trust that our ancestors left. They got behind on payments to the Sultan and to our people, right? So when they got behind on payments, George Washington wrote a letter to the Sultan of Morocco in 1789. And I'm going to read some of this, and it says, "Greetings, great and magnanimous friend. Okay. Since the date of the letter which the late Congress by the President addressed to you, to your Imperial Majesty, the United States of America have thought it proper to change their government and institute a new one, agreeable to the Constitution, of which I have the honor herewith to enclose a copy. The time necessarily employed in the arduous task and the disarrangements occasioned by so great, though peaceable, a revolution will apologize and account for your majesty's not having received those regularly advised marks of attention from the United States which the friendship and magnanimity of your conduct toward them afforded reason to expect." What is he saying? He's saying that I'm sorry that we fell behind on our payments to you, to the emperor, right? The United States having unanimously appointed me to the supreme executive authority in this nation, your Majesty's letter of August 17, 1788, which by reason of the dissolution of the late government remained unanswered, has been delivered to me. I have also received the letters which you, your Imperial Majesty, has been so kind to write in favor of the United States to the Bashars in Tunis and Tripoli, and I present to you the sincere acknowledgments and thanks to the United States for this important mark of your friendship for them. Now, I'm going to cut it short, but I have that document I can send to everybody. But basically, he's apologizing for being late on the payments. Once he finished this letter, he sent this letter to the Sultan of Morocco. Now, where did that letter go? That letter went to New York. Why did it go to New York? It went to New York because New York is the Empire State. Okay, that's where the Sultan sat. Okay, this landmass is called Northwest of Mexico. This is the Empire State. Okay, Morocco, right? The Sultan of Morocco. Morocco is here. This is the land called Morocco. So when he sent this letter to Morocco, it went to New York, right? That's why they call it the Empire State Building. Okay, and this is why they call it the Big Apple. So after he sent this letter to the Sultan, begging him for forgiveness, they actually created a new corporation, right? Because Benjamin Franklin, he made a business called the United States, in 1754 and registered in Puerto Rico, Guam, and in France to do business here. They overthrew our de jure government. They stole our birthright and our sovereignty and our nationality. When they did that, they put these brands on us and kept us outside of law. Now, when they kept us outside of law, what actually happened? We took on other men's names, Smith, Jones, Johnson. Okay, we insist on being Negro, Black, and colored, and they know that that keeps us outside of law, and they don't fear us when we have guns because they have guns too. They fear us when we know law because we can actually come together as a nation and remove them from the land. I'm getting feedback real quick. Let me see. All right, so um, when they did that to us, they cut us off from being a nation. Now, George Washington, okay, when he cut down the cherry tree is actually your Moorish flag, right? That's the um, red flag with the five-pointed green star in the center, like they say the flag of Morocco. They actually cut us off from being a nation in 1774. Okay, that's what him chopping down the cherry tree means. It's symbolic of him cutting us off from being a nation, and we were kept outside of nationality, and we was not able to know who we truly were. And they got us thinking about being from Africa and want to go back to Africa and tie ourselves to Africa while they can steal our state. And every other foreigner is able to come here and prosper off of our birthrights. Okay. When you don't claim this land that you're standing on, that you were already here, your ancestors here, we have this tons of evidence, tons, and you can research and we have it already. When you don't claim your land, when you don't honor your mothers and your fathers, you do not have the rights, privileges, immunities, and status to protect yourself in law. And this is why people have been suffering the way that they have. It's very important to declare and proclaim your nationality because you get protection under the law, under international law, and you actually get to go on the offense instead of being on the defense. What does being on the defense look like? Suffering from mortgage and foreclosures, suffering from repossessions of your houses and conveyances, your cars, getting your wages garnished, getting your children kidnapped by the so-called DCS and all these different things. All of these things happen because you are a ward, considered a ward of the state. Okay, and they do these things through the bank bonds created. Okay, when you sign up for their different instruments. So, for example, if you get a driver's license, right? When you get a driver's license, you are license in law means permission. So when you go and sign up and ask for permission to do something that you already naturally have the right to do, the right to travel, and you sign up and you get a driver's license, you now say, I'm going to become a corporate ward or a corporate citizen, right? You should have a nationality card in exchange, right? To identify you because driver's license don't identify you, right? They don't identify your nation. They don't identify your national or political allegiance. They actually expire. You got to keep renewing them. Where nationality cards, they don't. Your nationality card expire when you die. Okay, that's the common sense of it. When you have a marriage certificate or a divorce certificate, there's another bond that they create, and a lot of these preachers they tell you when they go to marry you, when they say, I hereby, by the power vested in me, I hereby declare you man and woman through the state of Maryland or the state of Mississippi or the state of whatever state. They're telling you their political allegiance that they're working with the state of to help steal your birthright, your nationality. And that's why if you read this plan, this is a true plan, executive order 11490. Executive Order 11490. This is the T-84 Rex 84 King Alfred Plan, October 19, 1969. This executive order was authorized October of 1969 to counteract the minorities blacks, Indians, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, and poor whites in the rise up from under the oppression and the powers that be. Okay, and in this King Alfred plan, okay, they outline all of the territories of what they want to do with the so-called blacks, Negro colors, um, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, because those are not the Aboriginal names of the people either. Um, the participating agencies are the National Security Council, Central Intelligence Agency, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Justice, the Department of Defense, Department of Interior. Here is an exotic map of the land. Here's an exotic map, and this exotic map tells you, this gives you um, the true names of each territory, the real names of the territories, right? This exotic map, right? This gives you the real names of the territory and how this is truly Morocco. You're standing on Africa. And you might wonder, well, why in law, if our people are so evil and they keep committing all these crimes, why don't they just deport them? The answer is they can't deport them because they're home. Okay, so this is an exotic map and with the towns that actually exist, and this is how they actually section off each territory. They section off each territory into regions, and they plan to confiscate our people through concentration camps. Okay, and they plan to vaporize them. So just like Hitler, he killed all of those people for claiming to be something that they are not. They were claiming to be the Jews, and they were not. They were not under a national standard and a national flag and nation principles. So he exterminated them. And they consider him a bad guy in history because they're the one telling the story. A lot of people wish that Hitler finished the job, but he exterminated them because they were not under national political allegiance. Okay, he told them to go home 3 times and they didn't. So he ended up putting them in concentration camps. They're planning to do the same thing with our people, but this time they're planning on using the plastic coffins in Atlanta. Okay, I know a lot of people been hearing about that with FEMA, and they're going to vaporize them so that they can disintegrate the plastic in the bodies way better, more efficiently. So if you don't come under a nationality, you have no protection under law. And again, these are the different territories that they have outlined. Okay, and these are where they're going to start at first. And here's the different how they divided the regions. Okay, and I'm just gonna read you what this say right here. Who's on the list, right? Who's the top people on that list? Okay, this will tell you who's the top people on their watch list and who's involved and who are they gonna come after first. Okay, a lot of people will wonder, well, is my group, is my church on there? Is my temple on there? Is my synagogue on there? Is my establishment? Is my organization on there? I'm going to read to you who is on it. Okay, who they have their eyes on first. Okay, and don't think for 1 second that these Europeans are not exempt from this. Okay, um, don't think for 1 second that they are not exempt. Okay, let me go ahead and get you the list. Okay, so we're going to look at. It's a lot of people on here. So we're going to look at. Okay. Here's a list, and I'm not making this up. You can read this if you can look at this and make out the words. If I hold it to the camera the right way. Okay. This is infiltrated organizations under 24-hour surveillance. Okay. Number 1, the Black Muslims. Okay. Number 2, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC. Congress of Racial Equality. Okay. The Uhuru movement. Okay. Group on Advanced Leadership, or GOAL, Gold. Freedom Now Party, FNP. United Black Nationalists of America, UBNA. The New Pan African Movement, TNPAM. The National Urban League, NUL. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. The Committee on Racial and Religious Progress, or CORARP. A lot of these people are on this list, and this is just the beginning of the list. They're on 24-hour surveillance because they are part of the agenda where they will actually be handing the people over to the postmaster generals in these regions that they have organized to kidnap these people and put them in these concentration camps. Okay, and this is why right now, while everything is on pause for certain reasons, we have an opportunity to nationalize as many people as we can, get them under one nation, okay, with many different tribes in their territories, and then go ahead and proclaim for the record, correct their status for the record, so that they can be truly um, under one national standard and access their inheritance. Their inheritance is the largest. They have claim to the world's largest unclaimed estate in world history. Okay, and it goes from Northwest America, which is here, Northwest America, all the way to Northwest Africa. Okay, so you are the heir to the world's largest unclaimed estate. Okay, and if you are under the Negro, Black, Colored, Hispanic, Latino, Chicano, all of these different brands, you cannot have access to that because your ancestors left you two contracts. You can say they were wills, but we say in law they're trust, that if you are of the age of majority, you can claim your inheritance. If you are not, you are dead in the eyes of the law, and your ancestors made the law. And I will take any questions if anybody have any, and if not, then we could keep it rolling.
Islam, brother Isaiah. Islamo.
Islam,
Islam. Mine been
Islam.
messing up. I had to be in the background. I want to say peace
Okay.
to everybody, but when you said what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any way you can name any other names of the different companies that's also affiliated so people can know how serious this is, if it's possible, or that's all of them?
Well, yeah. Okay. So any other companies?
Yeah, any other the companies that's connected, like you're reading, like in that
Right.
the event of the color people and everything. I know it's more of them, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You have the Nation of Islam. You have the Church of Christ, and this is the black. This is the Church of Christ. You
The
have
Hebrew
the.
Israelites, right?
Say it again.
That's the Hebrew Israelites, right? You said the Church of
Right. You
Christ,
have
is that
the
the
right. You have the Church of Christ, and you have the NIAP, the United International
Yep.
Association. You have a. I mean, the list is so long. This is pretty much every one of these people inside of these communities. They're very extensive, and they haven't been telling the truth. If you look at if you go to these leaders and go to them in these churches and these temples and these mosques, synagogues, ask them, do you have a 501c3 skull and bones agreement? Now, 501c3, right? A lot of our people know that it makes you tax exempt, right? I'm gonna tell you the issue with that. First Amendment said that you have the freedom of religion, right? And no state can make a law with establishing with respect to your freedom of religion and the exercise thereof. So no one can impose on your freedom of religion. You are already tax non-obligatory. You don't pay taxes because you have the freedom to express and the freedom to enforce your religion. You don't need a 501c3 to be tax exempt because for you, you exercise your religion, it does not matter. So they have given up their right, they waived their right in law, and in law, they cannot speak. It's a list. If you look it up, under Lyndon Baines Johnson, 1964, he set this up to shut up Martin Luther King and the rest of the Negro marching leaders. They cannot speak on civics. They cannot speak on politics. They cannot speak on law. They cannot speak on history. They cannot speak on all of these things because they have signed this agreement. Now,
Mm,
you got to ask yourself, why would you sign that if you already have the freedom of religion in the first place? It's because they get kickbacks. It's because they get finances for not speaking and for turning these people over and stealing their estate. Okay, and if you look closely at a lot of these preachers, they are listed as trustees, right?
Mhm.
Now, if they are trustees in law, that means that there's a trust and there's some assets that's due to you. And if you don't know that, you have rights to claim them. And this is why they call our people minorities, not because they're the least in number, because we're everywhere, we're all over the earth. It's because they're the least in their mind. They're not of the age of majority. They have not come to the fullization and the realization of who they truly are in law. And since they don't know who they are, the ancient mothers and fathers of civilization, they are still incompetent and they have waived their rights. They are now wards of the state, and all of their stuff gets stolen through probate court, and it gets stolen because they fall under the attorney general, and he is acting as their mother. That's what probate means. I am your substitute mother because you won't honor your own. And I
mm.
And you know what though, bro?
Islam, Islam,
Hey,
Islam, Islam.
hey, and you know what though, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife was tripping on about how young you look, but you an old soul, and the information you dropping, ain't nobody dropping this the way you dropping it, bro. Nobody dropping it, and nobody is coming with the type of passion and humility that you're actually. It's not about self-grandizement.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think a lot of what this conscious community, black empowerment community, whatever people want to call it, that's what it's about right now. It's about
Mm-hmm.
self-grandizement.
Right.
They want to be the one. They want to be the one that's right.
Mm-hmm.
But you bringing actual facts, and you
Mm-hmm.
like you like me. Take the information for yourself. I'm gonna give you the information, and I want you to search and seek it and do it for yourself. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
give you all the tools you need.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to build a house,
Oh
whether
yeah.
it's a dog house, a bird house, a
Mm-hmm.
mansion, or whatever. I'm gonna give you all the geometry and everything that you need to do for yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
bro, this is a beautiful build. And you notice, B Miles, you ain't got buffered yet.
Well, all the shit all the stuff you went through, they kept kicking him off. His internet was all messed up.
Oh,
You ain't got buffered yet, bro.
oh yeah, that's beautiful, man. And I'm so glad that this information can be pushed out because, like, for me myself, I've seen the power in nationality where we're able to storm the court and win cases just because of the strength of numbers. Like they dismiss the case, right? I've seen that, and I've seen where um, we come together for our own and we can help our people and we want to build our communities up, and it's just not enough people that know this information and know that they don't have to suffer. It's going to be a fight, but they don't have to put up with it anymore. So
And you know what? I think it's more about. I think it's more about fear. I think our people fear. I think our people is in the state of panic and fear.
oh yeah, oh yeah, they're definitely in fear. They're definitely like
It's pretty much like
mhm.
our people are afraid of a new norm. You know what I'm saying? It's like we want to be stuck in, everything all right, and we can get our Section 8 and we can get our food stamps and we can get a government check and we can go out here and sell crack and everything will be all right.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we can jug the system. But the information that we coming with now is that
The bro, did he drop off? Okay, I think everybody dropped off. I'm the only one on there. Don't know what's going on, but if anybody got any questions, I can't really see. Let me try to see if I can get them back. Um, wow. Okay, both of them are gone. Okay, well, if you want more information and you're interested, please leave your email in the comments, and we will try to get to you and screen you and help you to become a part of our nation. And we take this very seriously. You're going to go through some screening. I'm an astrologer as well, so I will read your natal chart, and we place you in our government and our community based off of your astrological makeup to actually help you to um, be the most effective in our community. And so we go through a lot of screenings, and we will actually try to put you in the best position. So leave your emails in the comments, okay? And we will try to get to you as best we can. It's a lot of emails that's piling up, so and there's only a little bit of us, so just be patient with us. Just leave your emails, and my email is nationbuilding9 at gmail.com. Okay, it looks like the brothers are coming back in.
Hey, bro, Isaiah, I think it's nowhere around. I think it's nowhere around giving out truth to the people. They're gonna try to suppress that shit no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think. But as long as there's no buffer, man, you know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they're gonna. What's up, B Forte? Where you been, bro?
That means they keep okay.
Islam,
bro. Islam, Mo.
If anything, you can reach if you need to get all this information from us. You can take my email is Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. I'm gonna say it again, Brandon Forte 48 at gmail.com. Now, brother Isaiah, you shocked the world tonight, sir. Info that you know. Yeah, and the thing about it, and B Miles been waiting for this. And now everybody see this not no joke. When you start mentioning some of them daggone companies, that ruffles some feathers. Because people like, are you serious? Yes, he's serious. And we've been trying to tell you that's what we've been working on the whole time. Nofus Witness and others that reached out to us that know who they are. They know this has all been real. We've been waiting for this time to come and get this thing done. Now, the only thing is, letting you know ahead of time, you will get screened. This is not a joke. This is not no game.
That's right.
This is not a game. You talking about getting your nationality and forming your nation back.
That's right.
I'm letting you know, brother Isaiah, Nuff, B Miles, everybody letting you know this is not a joke. This is not no hayride. So don't think it's going to be easy, because it's not.
That's right.
You know, you have to have serious patience and know that this is the real deal.
Yeah.
I've been like really behind the scenes, brother Isaiah Nuff and B Miles will tell you this is what we've been really trying to put our thoughts together to get our people to wake the heck up. Now is the time to wake up. Period.
That's right. That's
no more. No, look, this is no more games. There's no more jokes. Thank you, Melanated High Priestess, for putting my email up. Please look out for the brother Isaiah when he say his email again, and also brother B Miles, even down to Nuff, so we can get this thing on and going. Because this is not a joke.
And like,
Everybody need to understand.
and I was like,
We've been sitting saying we Negro, black, and colored for five, like not for.
yeah. And just like I say, this is young brother right here. This
Mhm.
not, you know what I'm saying? This is young brother. He's speaking like an elder. Y'all have to pay attention to this shit. He bringing y'all information that Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, and all the elders have been bringing us for decades. And he back here bringing us the same information. And if y'all not getting it, y'all not gonna get it. So we're not gonna waste time on people that ain't gonna get it. We're not gonna waste time on people that is not gonna get it.
Mhm.
I'm tired of keep explaining this shit. Just like I know B Miles tired of explaining this shit. I know that B Forte is tired of explaining this shit. It come to a point where when you give enough information that a person during the information age of Aquarius should be able to, with all this information out here, to search and find the information for themselves and judge for themselves and find their own truth. But why is you still asking me
Mhm.
questions when I already gave you all the answers? When I already gave
That's
you all
right.
the answers, why is you still asking me questions?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So shout outs to you. When I first talked to you, bro, I didn't even picture you like this. I pictured you like a 45-year-old bro with a young voice. And then when I saw your face, I'm like, man,
right.
this baby right here, man. He a baby, but he's an old soul.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
you
get
dropping
that a
that
lot.
shit, bro. You
Mhm.
dropping it, man. And people need to understand, man, that we is in a whole different type of paradigm. And if you're not gonna get because I'm 47, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And I'm
Mhm.
looking at you right now. I'm like, you 47,000 years old, bro. The information you brought, bro.
I
And
appreciate it, man.
no
I,
doubt,
I,
man.
hey, I go to my elder Taj Tariq Bey. Um, if y'all don't know about him, look him up. He been teaching since
What's his
the
name
80s.
again?
Elder Taj Tariq Bey. You can look him up.
Taj Tariq Bey.
Uh-huh. And he was a part of the Nation of Islam as well. He ended up leaving because he found out this information too, and he'll tell you.
Right,
And I've been studying, and we've been building a tribe and building a matriarchy because that's how true governments are run, based off of the women. And I got some strong women around me that they're not playing this serious,
right,
and they put
right,
together this government how it's supposed to be.
right,
When they overthrew Queen Winona in Philadelphia, okay, or
right.
Shaka Maxim, the Aboriginal name, and they threw her over the cliff at Lover's Leap. That's where all of the people go, and nationals go to tour that site to see where they threw her over that cliff and cut her head off, and they cut her husband's head off and stole our land. And Queen
Wow,
Khalifa, which California is named after,
wow,
this is how they were able to steal our
wow.
birthright because they
Hey,
did
can
it.
you repeat that? Can you repeat that though? My wife ain't catch that. She want to hear that shit
Yeah,
right
I'm
there.
making
yeah,
medicine.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me?
yeah, we can hear you, brother. I was just breaking down Queen Winona, how they actually killed one of our matriarchal queens in Philadelphia, which is actually called Shaka Maxim. They
Mm.
threw her off the cliff at Lover's Leap, and that's where you can go to visit today. This was where all nationalities come to visit this monument. They
Mm.
threw her over the cliff. They cut her husband's head off, and they stole our state. And they also did that to Queen Khalifa, in which California is named after. Okay,
Wow.
Queen Khalifa,
Motherfucker.
and these two queens were empresses who were ruling, okay, the territories, okay, and they were ruling America. So they actually did a word play on each territory. So, for example, when you look at the Virgin Mary, okay, you're talking about Virginia and Maryland, Mary's land. She had a child
Yeah,
who was born in where?
it
Bethlehem.
makes sense. It
Bethlehem,
makes
Pennsylvania.
sense.
Bethlehem Steel Company.
Wow.
It
Okay.
makes sense.
Then when they overthrew the heirs, they went to Delaware, and they called Delaware the first state that was overthrown, the first state that was turned into the state. Okay.
This,
And then they
yeah.
went to they came back down to Maryland, and they then overthrew us again, and they killed some of the strongest heirs off. And guess what they called it? They called it District of Columbia,
Columbia.
which is Queen Columbia. They put their European Roman goddess Columbia on the throne of our mother, and they and to further the training, they put her through the images. They wanted to control the mind of our people through images, so they called it Columbia Pictures, because they wanted her to rule our minds. Okay.
Hollywood.
Then once they did that, they went back into Delaware, and this is where they actually stole more of the estate, and they actually went to Pennsylvania to finalize this. But in the scripture, they talk about the heirs waking up, because in Revelation, okay, chapter 3, verse 7 through 9, it talks about, I know your works, your trials, and your tribulation. Those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan, okay,
Yeah,
workers of iniquity. Those Albion Ashkenazis claiming to be us, and they're not.
they're
They
not.
have stole our birthright.
Yep.
Now the heirs will wake back up and reclaim it. That's why we will go to where? New Jerusalem. Where's New Jerusalem? New Jersey.
Yeah, New
This is
Jersey.
where we will go and
Yeah.
recapture our state. And it's time to wake up and to declare your nationality. Okay? Nationality is the order of the day.
Stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop.
That shit
Stop, stop,
down.
stop, stop.
He
Stop,
broke that shit
stop,
down.
stop, stop.
God damn.
Stop, stop. Stop. You are a ascended master, young brother. Stop, stop, stop. Because I don't think that people really understand the gravity of what the information that you just dropped on this shit. I really don't think that the chat or anybody that we share this information with, if you're not privy to this information, especially when you talked about the beheading of the great mother, that should be a pilgrimage point. That should be a place where we go and do a pilgrimage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
And,
when that makes me think about the song that Sade made called "Lovers Rock." You know what I'm saying? And you go the rock that I cling to. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think we really understand the gravity of the situation of what's going on. But brother, young brother, man, you kick that shit. You do your thing, bro. I'm 100% behind you, just like I'm 100% behind B Miles. I love this shit, man. Me and my wife up here just like, wow, goddamn.
Oh
Man,
yeah, and
you
when
got
they
this
see
shit.
what you said, we need to go to Shaka Maxim, Philadelphia,
Yeah,
because when they
Philadelphia.
did that, and a lot of people don't know, when you do things at Philadelphia or Shaka Maxim, this is where Usher went, Jay-Z, Obama, Trump, everybody go there. Why? Because they call this city of the first. They
City
also call it
first.
city of brotherly love. But when you go there and you go to this specific mound, this specific nodal point on the earth, you get the earth's full participation. Whatever you will, the entire earth will manifest and bring into existence what you want. So they were very strategic when they killed our mother, our queen, our empress, cut her head off, and they took our land, and they got the earth's full participation, right? And they were able to steal our state. That's why a lot of our women are getting together and they want to lead the way and go back there. Mother Queen, Mother Shuri, Mother Gianna, and my mother, Mother Tanya, they want to go back there and to claim their estate. They want women, the mothers, to go back there with them and to do that ritual there to claim back their estate. And they don't want our people knowing about that.
Wow. Oh, he's coming right back. He's coming right back. He just stopped talking.
It's dropping this fire right
Ain't
there.
he?
Islam again. I told everybody that we were gonna be working on some things, and y'all thought it was a joke, and now y'all see for yourself, live and clear on this joint on this Sunday Shadow Hour. So now y'all
I'm right
know
back.
what's
I'm
going
here.
on. You see me now on here in the cut smiles. Y'all know, like this.
I'm
I'm trying
right
to
back
tell
here.
you, this is not a joke. All y'all never seen y'all Hebrew Israelites trying to tell y'all to wake
Hey, I'm
up.
right back
It's all
here.
a scam.
I'm right,
It's all a
I'm right
scam.
back here.
It's been a scam since day one. They got you good. So wake
No
up.
doubt. And I'm glad that I was able to bring this to my brother B
We got
Miles.
another one
So
here.
when we get to talking and
And
spill,
this
he's
is
not getting these interruptions. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He can actually, because it might be staticky on our end, but I'm listening to my wife's telephone and
hey,
she up and listening to it,
hey,
and it's coming through streamless.
part your
No
wisdom, my dear
buffers,
beloved brother.
none of that.
I'm glad that you on here. I just want to give you a shout out, brother. Give you a shout out. I wanted to say nothing but love. I'm glad that everybody got a chance to see what's going on. This is
Yeah,
a true wake up call for our people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is our state of emergency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To wake up on some real stuff because we don't have that long because they trying to drop new IDs in October.
Is that? But see, and look at that.
see
They
how
cut
they
them
do
out.
it?
October, and you know October is Libra. October in astrology is Libra. It's dealing with the balancing and justice, and that's when they want to do the real ID. How are you going
Man,
to say real ID and you're still not identifying people by their
yeah,
national descent? You're still saying that they are a citizen of the state of. That's not
yeah.
a real ID, right? So everybody who have driver's license, if you have your car registered, you need to deregister them and follow that process out. You need to declare your nationality, get nationality cards, band together, put your status on the record, claim your estate, and get them the hell off your land. That's how you deal with them. You get
Now
them to
check
give
this
you
out.
that.
Now check this out though, brothers. Now we in the process of doing that shit
Mm-hmm.
this week. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And what we're trying to figure out is, as far as birth certificates, social security cards, if
Mm-hmm.
once we proclaim our nationality and our status,
Mm-hmm.
do we still have to um, um, rock up under our social security card and things like that, or do we just be sovereign up under the Moorish status code?
That's a great question. Amendment 9, right? Bill of Right 9 of the Constitution says the rights are reserved to the people. Okay. So if you're the government as a people, you don't need a social security. You don't need a birth certificate. You don't need a driver's. You don't need any of those things. Why? Because you actually have the land. You have the estate. You actually have a claim to your estate. You don't need any of the instruments that they have created in law because they're null and void and they're crashing anyway. And it's best right now that people do write this down for all of the viewers and listeners. I can't see. Write down rescission of signature and reversioner of estate. Okay, rescission of signature and reversioner of estate. This will actually help you to claim your land back, claim your estate back. And I thought I printed it out so I can read it to you, but I can't find it right now.
Repeat
Okay,
that one more time, brother.
it's called rescission of
Rescission
signature,
of signature
rescission of signature, and reversioner of estate.
and
Now, this
reversion
this
of
goes
estate.
across the board. If you have a marriage certificate or a marriage contract that you entered into with the state of, cancel that out. Do a rescission of signature and rescind your signature because they did not tell you when you got the marriage license, they actually created a bank bond and sent it to 54 Water Street in New York, and they actually sent it to the um, Department of Orphans, okay, and dead people because they consider you dead in law, and they
Right.
claim your children. They claim the fruit of the womb as boards of the state. That's
Hey,
why you need to cancel that out.
hey, B Miles, we gotta protect this young brother. We gotta shield him. We gotta keep him protected. For
Oh
real.
yeah.
He got too much information. We gotta keep him protected. We gotta keep him off YouTube, all that shit. For real. We
Well, look,
cannot have him out here. No more. No.
well, look. You know, divine
No,
law kicks in, and when
this
you're
is
actually in honor, you're protected, man. I
yeah.
You know the divine law
You,
kicks in, so we're gonna be good with that. We're gonna stay on
you,
positive, high
you,
energy, and we're gonna be good.
Exactly. You're a beautiful
Um,
brother, man. Hey, brother. I'm like I say, I'm looking at you, and I'm looking inside your eyes, and you genuine, and you bringing it without malice, and you bringing it without ego,
Yeah.
and you bringing it with all humility. And it's not a lot of people out here like that. You know what I'm saying? And man, we have to protect young people like you. It's bringing tears to my eyes because I never thought that there will be brothers your age that will actually be thinking in the lines like this, man. You
mhm.
know, because there's so many brothers out here that's your age just thinking about trap shit and thinking about trap music and all this shit. They're not, but bro, man, you just opened up my eyes, man, that I gotta look at the younger generation in a different type of way now, man.
Oh
Because
yeah,
man, for real, man.
we in a different age, man, and you know a lot of the ancient returns are coming through. You know, a lot of people my age, and we in the now look. I'm not a look. I trap too. I just trap genies. I don't do all that other trap music and trap stuff like that. But I trap these Europeans in their lives, and I try to help out people as much as I can. So
Yeah,
we all gonna be, you know,
yeah,
heading in the right direction, and we're gonna get our state back. We're gonna heal our
yeah,
life.
man. Yeah, man. The young should lead the old, man. Yeah, yeah. This is a sign of the time, man.
And I'm so, like I said, I'm so thankful for y'all brothers for even. I didn't even know this platform existed. I'm so thankful for y'all brothers for even having me. Brother B Miles for even sharing the information because I know a lot of people that know that's politicians that's afraid to even talk about it. And and I can't and brother B for I mean this brother, man, y'all don't know, like he be hitting me up so much, like bringing people to the information. Both
Yeah,
of these brothers, like they putting in work, man. Like I ain't never seen nobody like. I be like, they at work. Do these brothers work, or are they actually out here teaching people? Like that's what they be doing all the time. So like I'm thankful for them, you know. So big ups to them.
I would like to thank B Miles, man, because he really trying to put this information out to the people,
Oh
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think everything have condensed itself into it's like you put ingredients into a soup, and the soup is healing to the people. You know what I'm saying? And you got B Miles, you got B Forte, you got me, and we all are sincere with what we trying to put out here to the people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got merch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here trying to put up a cash out to satisfy
Mm-hmm.
our vices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're actually out here every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we're preaching this information every day, and we get challenged. You know, because I get challenged every day because I'm on a lot of platforms, and I get challenged every day based on my spirituality. But
Mm-hmm.
what I see is that y'all don't have y'all material together. Y'all don't have y'all material realm together. Y'all not even ready for the spiritual world yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
Uh-huh.
by me being an elder, I try to be humble, and I try to lead by example rather by wordplay and talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there was this one brother, and I'm calling names, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This one brother up here talking about Professor Griff, talking about Professor Griff as an agent. Well,
Mm.
what have you done? What have you done?
Mm-hmm.
What have you done? I know
Mm-hmm.
the work that Professor Griff done because I looked up the Public Enemy. Everybody knows
Mm,
about Public Enemy, Fight the Power, Night of the Living
mm,
Bassheads, Bring the Noise.
mm,
Who don't know about Public Enemy? What have you done?
Even the things he done
mm-hmm.
enemy.
And even the things after he done is from Public Enemy, and you gonna come at him because he don't believe in flat Earth. Come on, man. So I say
Uh,
that, and I will be I'll be the target for that because that's some bullshit. You got
mm-hmm.
you got these cats out here that's attacking elders that brought information, that
Mm-hmm.
brought knowledge and brought consciousness, a high level of consciousness. But yet you got these new school cats and they the agents because they're
Mm,
not about elevation, they're about separation and bullshit. I mean, pretty much bullshit. Ain't nobody. You a young cat, and this why I applaud you, brother Isaiah.
mm-hmm.
You are not bringing the separation. You're like, this is the information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're bringing a certain level of information where, look, we all can go here.
Oh
And
yeah.
and just like I said, if we sitting up here talking about flat Earth, round Earth all day, what part of this shit we really own?
Mm,
So what's the point of us talking about it?
mm-hmm.
And then you want to knock an elder? Everybody beating up on the elders. I'm tired of beating up on elders. I'm tired of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because next niggas gonna try to beat up on me. You know what I'm saying? And who gonna have my back? So I
Mm-hmm.
gotta back. I have to back the elders, man. I have to back those that was before me that brought the information to the people that we didn't know, information that we didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah. That's why we have to give honor to our ancestors. We got to give honor to those who came before us, and that's what nationality and nationhood is about. And a lot of times we get caught up in you know pointing the finger, but that's not what we're about. We're about building the nation. We don't got time to argue because it's too much work to get done. If I'm going up against politicians and I'm going up against these senators and representatives who are millionaires
Right.
because they have color of law, I don't got time to be arguing with my brother and sister. I
Yeah.
need y'all to get on our team and us to get on the same team, the same page. Let's organize. Let's get our governors. Let's get our secretaries of state in order so we can interface with them and get remedy for our people. Let's get our children out of these jails. Let's get them from the DCS that's being kidnapped. Let's get our
Right.
people their land back. Let's do that. If you really are a gangster or whatever you claiming to be and all this stuff for your people, prove it by getting their stuff back. Prove it
That's
by
right.
building with them and going
That's
against
right.
these European colonizers. We don't got time to be killing each other. We don't got
Right.
time to be killing nobody. It's too much work to be getting done. And that's what we are
That's
actually in the
right.
process of. And I tell you, it's so big right now. We have a lot of emails to go through. Um, and we're screening and we're really trying to make sure we are putting people in the best place because we don't got time to be arguing. We got time to be nation building. And here's a I'll say this right now with the coronavirus, everything is stopped and shut down to an extent with the court system. It's the best time to be hitting them up. Why? Because in law, if you don't rebut, whatever is put on the record against you stands as law. So if
Right.
we hit them up right now and they cannot rebut us because they're on vacation, it's going to stand. That's the best time to be doing this right now.
That's right.
So if you serious and you really want to be about getting something for your people, get on this right now. What we're doing, we're not
That's
trying
right.
to rob you or none of that. We're trying to really organize, get our nation back to where it needs to be, get our women back on the matriarchal throne, and take these Albion Europeans off like they have did,
What?
and also restore the republic. And Trump is he's catching hell.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a supporter of Trump, but he's trying to reenact the nobility clause and the republic, restore the
Right.
republic. Now, you've heard this before. I pledge allegiance to the flag in the United States of America and to the republic for
For
which
which
it
it
stands.
stands.
Article 4, Section
Yeah.
4 only guarantees a Republican form of government. So if you vote Democrat, if you are a Democrat, if you think Democrat, you're against, you're anti your own government that your ancestors left for you and set up for you and protect you under Republic to put you under a trust so that you will not get injured in law. You are anti yourself. Read Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. You are allowing them to corrupt your bloodline by putting these brands on you, and you keep yourself outside of law because you claim to be something that you're not. And when you come outside of law, all
Right.
injuries will come upon you. So declare your nationality, get your house in order, and then we can do something as a people.
No doubt. No doubt. And I think that's the best closing argument that anybody in the chat and also within ourselves should take notice to. Get your status together and get your house in order. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm on right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
My whole family, my kids, my wife, we all on it, you know, because we did our research on it and we talked to our kids. It's like we had a meeting, we had a family meeting about nationality and sovereignty. And we actually had a conversation about it. And our kids actually start researching names. They started looking up Moorish names, and I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
L. No, I'm gonna be Bay. And it's like a competition. It's like a competition with the kids, and they like, I'm gonna be Moore and I'm gonna be Bay. Okay, we gonna shoot it out on the basketball court, or we gonna play Call of Duty. Hey,
Uh,
hey, man, it's a beautiful thing,
mm-hmm.
and I just want the people to understand is that, far as the Nesara Gesara Act, there's 209 sovereign nations. Sovereign meaning a nation of people, not an individual self.
Mm-hmm.
So, by us being a sovereign nation of people, we have to become a sovereign nation of people. Now, now those that don't want to adhere to it, or they like, oh, it's some bullshit, or nah, let them go. You know,
Mm-hmm.
let them be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm done with the fight. I've been fighting this fight for 2 decades, and I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the point where I have a queen with me that's with it. I have my children and they with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to sit up here and keep arguing with dead niggas because they still stuck on their status of being black power, and I'm black, and I'm African American, and
Mm-hmm.
civil rights movement, and all
Yeah.
this bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? But that was a plan. That was all in the plan to keep us asleep to who we was. And I don't have all the information. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have all the answers. And that's why I believe that these streams that we're about to start doing is about to start break through to a lot of people. I think this is about to be groundbreaking. Because this is round one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
This
yeah.
ain't even the gist of everything. Because this is really a test. B Miles, this is really a
Mm-hmm.
test. Not once have you been buffered. Ain't nothing been buffered. None of your information been buffered, bro. You've been able to say what you need to say, and everything been able to
Mm-hmm.
be because my wife actually is listening on her phone, and everything came through perfect.
Yeah, it did. You can look this.
So you good with everything that you want to bring on this platform,
Look this man.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's a beautiful thing. So we just gotta learn how to perfect it, on how we
Mm-hmm.
can learn how to screen share and bring more information to the people. But
Mm-hmm.
this is a beautiful thing, man. I just want a lot
Oh
more
yeah.
about people to understand. Yeah, I just want a lot more about people to understand is that
Let me smoke real quick.
it's not about
I mean, I'm not sick, but
where the information comes from. It's about the information. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that because talking to you on the telephone, I thought you was an older cat. But then looking at you, I'm like, man, this cat a baby, man. He got the baby face. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I'm like, dang, I thought you at least be about 35. You look
Right.
like you about at least a low 33, 30, 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that goes back to what I'm all, yeah, that goes back to always what I say. It's not about where you get it from or who you get it from, it's by how you accept it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because sometimes you can see things beyond the veil. You can see things beyond the veil and you don't know where that information coming from. You just gain information. But if when you see it, it may
Mm-hmm.
scare you, it may frighten you, it may take you off your
Yeah.
square. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you're getting the information, you understand
Oh
it. And
yeah.
that's where I got it from. And that's where my wife got it from. And that's why I was telling you when she had that dream about the more that was teaching her, or rather answering her
Mm-hmm.
questions about things.
damn sure.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
And this is pretty much
I see
the
a lot.
culmination of her vision that she had in her dream and what we talking about right now. So I mean, a lot
Mm-hmm.
it might go over a lot of people's head, but
Mm-hmm.
I
we
see a
deal with
lot
high
of things.
spirituality, man.
I
We
see a
really
lot
deal
of
with.
things. I'm very spirit. I go hard in the paint with my spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of things. I get
And
a
I
lot of
and I give
messages and
much
downloads.
I give much respect to you and to the fam, to brother B Miles and B Forte. Man, y'all really helped me and my family understand that there's another part beyond consciousness. It's about
Yes.
nationality. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You can be conscious of everything, but we still live in a material world. And as long
Mm-hmm.
as we live in a material world, no matter how spiritual or conscious you is, we
Mm-hmm.
still live in a material world. So
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
have some stake in this material world.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah. I always
And
well,
by everyone teaching. Go, oh, I thought you were saying something, mother. But yeah, when all of us teach, and spread this information, then it actually help us in the process. Because whenever we get more people coming under the national banner, I mean, people can't get the concept down in their mind that it's not just here at America. We got Moors in Ontario, Canada. We have Moors in Manchuria, China. We have Moors in Beijing. You're like, how do you think the name Beijing became Beijing? It's from the Beys, the Moors in Beijing, right? So it's Moors all over the world. Filipinos, they're not actually called Filipinos. They're Morenos, right? The Moors all over. And my Manchurian friends will tell you that what you see on the news that's being broadcasted from over here about them is not actually what's going on. They're going through the same thing over there, trying to get their people to declare their nationality because a lot of the stuff going on with the biometric scanning and all of the systems of the facial recognition and stuff like that that they're putting up on the streets, they're tearing them down and wearing masks and sunglasses and gloves because they don't want um, the so-called representative to overthrow them. And that's what's happening now. You see a lot of these Europeans buying all the guns and bullets off the shelves. They know what's up. They know that they have stolen our birthright. And they know once Trump deploy these Marines and National Guards to remove people, they're going to be some of the first ones. And we look at examples like when Mark Zuckerberg went to trial and they would take it. They were going to take Facebook from him. What happened? He went home, he nationalized and came back, and they let him keep it, right? So it's the same principle. Everybody is faced with the issue of nationalization, and if you're interested, go ahead and drop the email, brother B Forte, brother B Miles. All we're going to do the best we can. They're going to screen you, and we're going to get you this information. We got information that will keep you busy for the next 10 years. You learn the true history, learn the true religion and law of the land. We're putting together the school, and it's going to be great. We're going to teach astrology, cosmology, everything. So get your information to these brothers, and we're going to get this work done.
Hey y'all, I gotta get up out of here because I gotta go to work in the morning. Hey man, I really appreciate the time, and I'm glad that B Miles found a stream where he not getting so much what they call it
Buffering.
you're not getting so many interruptions, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm glad. And man, I just don't know. I'm speechless right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's been so much information and the energy that we have shared right here tonight alone. You know what I'm saying? If can't nobody really understand the gravity of the time and what needs to be done, you know what I'm saying? Just let it go. Stay away from this here. Because what we're trying to build here is something bigger than what we can even imagine. You know. So with that being said, man, love, peace, and light. We're gonna get up later. I'm glad B Miles found this channel where he can do what he gotta do and don't have to be interrupted so much with buffering. You know what I'm saying? And that was the main thing that I was looking at. That he should be able to bring his light to the people. You know, I think it because a lot of times, and I gotta say this, a lot of times I listen to the brother B Miles, and they get to the point where I'll be like, it buffers so much. I'll be like, man, I just wait. You know what I'm saying? I just wait till I can talk to him because I
Mm-hmm.
can't hear what he have to say. You know what I'm saying? Because if we buffering
Right.
so much, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, well, I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I would give him Zoom, but
Mm-hmm.
Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
it's controlled by China. You know, it's on another level.
Mm-hmm.
But StreamYard, I've been dealing with StreamYard, and I dealt with StreamYard for like the last 4, 5, 6 months. So I know how it works, and I believe that'll be a better platform for what he's trying to do for us spreading the information.
Oh yeah.
And that's my brother. That's my realm brother, man. We brothers from another realm. I love that brother, and I ain't never saw him personally in a day in my life, but I know that's my brother right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, every step of the way, we always been on a certain connection, and it might be on the connection that nobody in the chat understand, but I know and he know, you know, and I love that brother because he passionate and he love what he do, and it's with full
Mm-hmm.
humility, and it's
Mm-hmm.
about the people, and that's what y'all gotta understand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the chat gotta understand. Y'all, all the followers and subscribers, y'all gotta understand what B Miles is about. You know what I'm saying? He's not about himself. He's about you, and he love you, and he wants y'all
Mm-hmm.
to reach to a higher state of yourselves. He already
Mm-hmm.
where he supposed to be at. He already where he's been here before. It's not about him saving himself. It's about him saving you, and he gonna do it with the highest humility of himself. He's not here for
Mm-hmm.
self-grandizement. He don't care about that.
Right.
He's here to bring the information to his people. And with that being said, I love y'all. Love, peace, and light. darkness, chaos, and primordial beings. And I gotta get up out of here. Where be Miles at, man? It's just us.
Hell yeah.
It's just us, bro.
Let me try to reach him. He ain't on here.
We gotta understand, man, that
That's,
we really gotta understand what the dynamics of this time space continuum is, man. You know, we looking at it as material form, man. It's deeper than that. You know,
oh yeah.
it goes way deeper than that. And once we get into once we get into our science, once we get into our science of who we are, man, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be icing on the cake. We know who we are in the material form, and in the spiritual form. You know. So. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brother B.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Well, I don't know how
They
to
waiting on
operate.
us. And the thing is, the thing is, they waiting on us, bro. The thing is, everybody up here thinking that we insignificant. They waiting on us. They
Oh
waiting
yeah.
on us. They waiting on us to get our shit together so we can save the planet. Because without us, there is no planet. There is no universe. There is no nothing. So they waiting on us to get our shit right. But yet still, that's the power of the dark cabal to keep the black man asleep, to keep him dead in the state. You know, he got hit in the head and rendered dead. You know what I'm saying? They keep us in a dead state. So we have to begin to wake ourselves up. We can't wait for somebody to bring us our Christ because the Christ are within us. The God is within us. All of these things are within us. So we have to begin to wake these things up within us. I'm
That's
waiting
right.
on B Miles to get up here,
He back.
man.
He back in here now.
Yeah.
Peace, brother. Can you hear us? I don't know if he can hear us or not. See. I sent him a message. I don't know if you can hear me, brother, but we was waiting for you. All right, he out. He left out.
He got to get used to the stream yard. I think that's it. I think he got to learn how to work the stream yard. You know what I'm saying? But this is a great platform. I mean, we was able to
Oh yeah.
yeah, this
He
was
said
beautiful, man.
B Forte said, "Can I add him
I'm
on here? I don't see the button
I'm
to
up
add."
here looking at that.
Do you know how to add B Forte? Okay, there we go.
I'm here. I
There
just
you
wanted
go,
to say
Lamar.
Islam to everybody. Man,
Boy.
this thing been messing me and B Miles up the whole time, man. It's been messing us up the whole time. But this was your time to shine, though. You and enough. Y'all had y'all time to shine. This was for y'all, so everybody can know who's who behind the scenes. And I'm just glad that everybody got a chance to see what's going on behind the scenes. And they need to also understand, if you really want to get this done and stop playing around, just email everybody that's on this stream so we can get this thing moving. Nobody's not playing. Nuff did the research. B Miles did the research on the Nesara and Gesara. This is not a game. These people are trying to kill people off. They do not want you here because they want your inheritance. Because the simple fact is, this was given to you by the divine creator. You know, the grand architect who brought us down here, and this is she. Some people say that that she's androgynous, but she also created light. So let's just get that squared away.
That's right.
Brother Nuff know what I'm talking about. Brother Isaiah know what I'm talking about. Brother B. Miles know what I'm talking about. It's our time to make sure that our women finally take the throne.
That's right.
Becky had it too long. Becky had it long enough. You get tired of seeing the blonde hair, blue eyes all the time. We're getting tired of that stuff. We're getting tired of seeing our brainwashed sisters out here twerking, and then Becky took your twerking and said she made the stuff. Okay, that's how you know that you powerful. Anytime they took that ancient dance move and say it's theirs, that's another thing. See, they don't know the reason why that whole twerking thing came about. We'll get into that another time. But we're going into another pentacle in our life, another shift. And we don't have too much time because they're talking about giving the people the new IDs in October. That's right around the corner. If you don't believe me, look that up. So I'm telling y'all need to be on your A game and your A, B's, and C's, even some D's. You better be on it because I'm telling you, if you don't have a plan, you better get with somebody that have a plan and stop playing with your own daggone self. And you playing yourself, and all the brothers on the panel know what I'm talking about. How many of us know that somebody was on that we had came across that one person that think they knew it all but didn't know a goddamn thing, and they had no sense of direction.
Right.
They had no sense of direction.
That's right.
You have four brothers that's actually giving the divine mothers their just due. And now it's time, and it's time for her to wake up because she's also that sleeping giant. In order for us to get our powers back, to be the X-Men, the X-woman have to step on the throne now. And enough is enough. And we need to stop playing.
That's
because you're dealing with the higher sciences here. The higher science. The Moabitess woman need to know that she is the sacred geometry that everybody in Freemasonry been talking about.
That's right. That's right.
You are the one they've been keeping secret, not just your men, but you, because every vessel come through your womb. That's the sacred waters. If you don't believe me, look up the research, do everything. I've just been observing, letting Brother Isaiah talk enough because we've been having some issues with our phones, trying to talk and everything. We had helicopters flying over the daggone house and all that, shutting down the daggone stream for us to talk. You know, you see B-Mile shaking his head like, yeah, we've been having some technical difficulties, but it was Brother Nuff and Isaiah time to say something. And we had to humble and realize that's what it was all about. You know, this is not a game. We've been saying this. You had B-Mouse literally said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go onto another platform to let everybody know what time it is. He even been getting like really upset because everybody not waking up because he love his people that much. He love his sisters that much. And it's like, he's like, enough is enough. The game plan is over. This is not PlayStation. This is not no goddamn going Xbox. This is not no Nintendo Switch. Now you can take what pill you want to take is up to you. You know, if you still want to stay asleep, I'll tell you this: you want to stay asleep, I'll see you in the camps, but I'm not going to be in the camps. I'm going to be somewhere else.
That's right.
And if you want to be with Becky, be my guest. If you want to be with Chad, go ahead. Be with Tom. They can't save you because their economy is done.
That's right.
It's over. Game over. It is over. So, you know, I didn't have to say nothing much. I just want to say that because Brother Miles been wanting to say a whole lot. They keep on stopping him from talking. You know?
No, they can't.
They stopped both of us really trying to get on here. But now, Brother Miles, if you got anything to say, the platform is all yours. I yield the floor. This is yours. Peace. Hey, Brother Isaiah, Islam, love y'all, love peace. Everybody on here, love y'all. Take care.
Peace and love, more.
Islam to you, more. Nothing but love. You know we got this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
See, they keep on playing with brother. See, they took B-Miles off again. I told y'all. They don't want that brother to say nothing. Nothing.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to say nothing. But that's okay. This is our time. This is our time. You know? Start rocking y'all daggone natural hair. Let them daggone Becky's know what time it is. That's what y'all need to do.
Oh yeah.
And they want to be like you every day, 24/7.
It's time.
They want to be like you. Remember, I gotta say this before I go one more time. Huh? You
It's
say,
time for
brother?
them to reclaim the throne.
Right. Look, I looked at some of the daggone comments on there. They didn't believe that you was that young. They were like, what? This brother? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Old
hey,
soul though. They didn't know
yeah,
how powerful you were when you brought that heat. You know what
27
I'm saying? I'm proud to say that we
moon
with you.
cycles.
Huh? I
27
couldn't
moon
see, I couldn't
cycles,
hear you,
man.
brother. Exact. Hey,
I said
but your
27
spirit and your
moon
soul is
cycles.
exactly.
Hmm.
But you know what? Your soul is older than your physical age.
That's right.
Keep that in mind. This is your journey,
Hmm.
bro. And we with you, we riding with you on this one, man. Told you we got you.
Oh
You
yeah, I
know.
definitely appreciate it,
Now
man.
now the sisters see, no
I
problem.
definitely
The
appreciate it.
brothers and sisters know now what time it is.
Hmm.
But
It's time.
I
It's
guess
time to
we're gonna
step
get off
up.
this stream.
All right.
Exactly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna holler at you ASAP. All right, more Islam to the whole family. Peace and love to everybody.
Islam and
Y'all now know brother Isaiah Ill. So he's the noble. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get this thing going.
all right. Peace and love, y'all.
Yes, indeed. Islam. I'm gonna call you. You know that. All right, family. Take care. We out of here. Peace. Peace out, everybody. Peace.